and look well. So this is the time when the art department closely works with the engineering department. So that is why we chose to do STEAM. This is why I loved doing what I do. This is my preschool class. We are doing marshmallow catapults. And of course, they're trying to catapult it to their mouth. You know, like, no, don't do it, it's dirty. But they do anyways. And I have such a great time with the kids, because kids are naturally curious. They need hands-on learning. We can't put them in class and let them sit like this. It's just not a good way to learn. Now, what does STEM do for a child? STEM fosters creativity. As I was trying to look for the slides, I was trying hard to look for model pieces that girls have built, and this is one of them. It is a printer, actually made out of Lego robotics, and she's 13 years old, and she's able to do that. The other thing that is beautiful about STEM education is we allow our kids to fail, but fail forward. One of the rules we have in our class is to make mistakes. Now, when you say this to a child, they look at you like, are you sure? Because mistakes are often ostracized. Remember growing up in our school, like, it wasn't good to make a mistake, but in STEM, it is. Now, we do this and we emphasize that make a mistake, because when you open up that field, children take risks, right? And when children take risks, they do a better job. They do a better job at creating new stuff. And this is another thing of STEM promotes innovation. And innovation this is the entry of our Philippine team. You know that we always win competitions abroad, but nobody hears about it. What it is that they used food wastes to convert it into light electric energy, and they won an award for that. And that's the little tower that they have. This is very important, and I always put this in my mind. If the only tool you have is a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. And this is, you smile at, I know that there are people like this, but this doesn't help our children, because children need to develop problem-solving skills. And in order to do that, they need multiple tools. One of the things that I would like to highlight is this is the same problem that we gave to the child, but these are the multiple solutions that they had. We said, what would Cebu need? Tell me, show us. And then one of them built the solar car right there. The other one said, we want to bring a highlight to the Siloy bird that is already endangered right now, so we feel that in Cebu, there should be a museum to make us remember how to take care and love our animals. And the other one was really frivolous. She goes like, I think Cebu should just have a swing and a playground, right? Because if kids are happy, then parents are happy, then everyone's happy. That's my kids. Okay. Critical thinking. Now, what's the difference between critical thinking and problem solving? We hear that a lot. In a nutshell, let me tell you that critical thinking really is a bit higher, because it looks at all the problem solutions all the solutions that you have to a problem and picks the best one. That's critical thinking, looking at all the facets of a problem. And I want to share a quick story with you. Oh, I chose the jeepney because, remember there was a jeepney strike 3 weeks ago, right, or 2 weeks ago? So I was with my kids, and they were saying, thank God there weren't jeepneys that day, because the roads, it was so, we got to school very fast, and we got here, and I ride a jeepney, so I'm just like, and then I was slowly inching my way and said, to Teacher Albie's house the other day, I rode the jeepney, and they were like, oh, Teach, you ride the jeepney? And I said, yes, I ride the jeepney. And then the kid said, that is so uncool, Teach. That is just uncool. And I'm like, what should I ride? And he goes, Teach, have you heard of Uber or Grab? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna win this. I better not tell them that I rode the tricycle right after. I will lose all my points. And so I said, and I did what any dignified STEM teacher would do. I told them to build me a cool jeepney, right? If you can't beat the kids, you join them. And so for all the innovators in the house, house, I put little arrows there, and the C, so I'll remember, you know what that is? Any guesses? That's a cooling system. They think people in the jeepney are hot, so they need a cooling system. The S is for the signage, so that everyone can see, and they're thinking it's digital. That little INT there, I said, wait, I know what that is. That's an antenna to get music. He goes, like, of course not. That's so that we can get free Wi-Fi. 8 years old. And so they even got a step further. Looked at the front. They said, number one, you see that, Teach? You see that roof? That's so the water doesn't come in the jeepney. They even thought of that. And these are kids that don't ride the jeepney. I asked them, never ridden a jeepney before. And the other thing in the rear, if you remember, number 2, is a retractable staircase. One of the kids said, you know, my grandmother needs a stool to get up our SUV. I'm wondering if the other grandmothers are having a hard time riding the Jeep, right? And the number 3, I could not guess to save my life. I mean, none of those things I could really guess anyways. But you know what that is? Because that's a special door that opens only at the jeepney stops, so that the people cannot get in and out anywhere. Because that's what makes my dad mad, the jeepney stopping at the jeepneys, not stopping at the jeepney stops. Now, STEM education is also known for its collaboration. When I understood this, I no longer say, I do this so our children can compete with other countries in the future. I now say so our children can cooperate. Because we are at the age of globalization, there is no competition. We really need to work hard. And this is my favorite picture of collaboration because these are kids. Normally, at the end of the class, we say, okay, group yourselves into 5 and you make a project. But this class in particular said, no, we want to make one project for the whole class. And as soon as, and this was not my class, but the teacher told me as soon as they put the last missing model, they said, we're done, and she snapped this picture. Look how happy they are. Perfect collaboration. And if you guys can work just as well as them, well, see what happens. Oh, sorry, what was that? Here we go. Positive interactions with technology is very, very important. And I specifically chose this picture, although it's not a positive interaction with technology. This is the class that I held for children that have been trafficked. Because I want all of us to remember also that there is a negative side to technology. And it targets women and children. They're very, very vulnerable. And technology had a hand in making them, the internet made it easy for them to be sold, so to speak. So I want to combat all that and bring positivity back in. The other thing we're able to do with our STEM is that we give this free for all 3rd graders of different schools. We are trying to raise awareness for the coral reef. And what we do is we say, let's do Lego Robotics Coral Reef. But as soon as the kids get there, we're actually showing them videos of the turtles, and we make them make a pledge. That's what the other slide is. And then they do come up and say, I will not throw plastic, especially plastic. And we have no idea if this works. This is a program we replicated that's done in Australia. But one day, one of the kids came to our teachers and says, Teach, let me tell you something. I was walking on the beach with my dad, and I started picking up the plastic. And my dad said, and mind you, this dad is like a big businessman, like a millionaire type of businessman. So you don't see him picking up trash. So my dad was annoyed and said, what are you doing? And she said, Dad, I am saving a whale, a turtle, or maybe even a dolphin. And so my dad started picking up the trash with me. So I have that story as just as an inspiration for what I do. And the real reason is it's fun. It is fun, it is hard work, but it is fun. And that's the only reason kids come to us, because it's fun. So in a nutshell, STEAM builds 21st century learning skills and builds life skills so beautifully. If we teach today's students as we taught yesterday, we rob them of tomorrow, right? So I don't get the way our system is so archaic, so old, still asking our children to memorize useless facts. I don't get that, and I'm not very popular with academe when I say that, but that is my truth. Good education should always be tied to lifelong learning. Oh, this is me wanting to thank Accenture because you guys actually sponsored our robotics cup, and just this company and the way you care about small nonprofits like us to sponsor the children, we at Compass are also forever grateful. So in closing, I don't really like rap music, but I like what JC said about the future moving forward and